Siamo fragili. Siamo fragili. Se tutti ci toccano.
C'eri per niente e restavo il tipo sbagliato.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano. Siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Moutier out there with Will Barton.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Here's Moutier after the basket by Los Angeles. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Pass to Gallinari. Wants to get it to Farid and does. Screen by Farid. Jokic, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Barton dishes to Moutier. 2nd chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. How in the world did they let him get that wide open? And you know, with Moutier, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Bailey passes it to Harris. Here's Stanley. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Kenneth Faried grabs the board. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City. Baseline Jay on the way. Misses the hole and is now 3 for 4. And it's the Lakers on the break. Puts up a 3. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. The Cobras got 5 now.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Moutier. Here's Jokic. Rejected by Harris. Here's Bailey. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Now here's Moutier. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Now, here is Gallinari. Defense is right there. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Bailey. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Now, here's Moutier. It's tipped, and they get it back. And it's slammed in by Faried. Here's the Cobra. At the elbow, it's Brand. It's stolen by Moutier. The 11-footer rejected by Harris. And he's able to get it back.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
It's deflected. Knocked away. Moutier with the ball. And Insanity picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Moutier kicks to Fareed, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Here's Brand. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
Not turning the ball over is important for any team, obviously. But he said it takes on extra meaning when going up against a team with so many small ball hawks, who will seize any opportunity to come up with a steal and turn it into easy points on the other end of the floor. Gentlemen?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you've got to have the strategy and the skill working together. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now, here's Moutier. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Scoring-wise, a really sluggish start for him, guys. I mean, just 2 for 7 overall.
The dish to Barton. Fareed, right side. And here's Moutier. He's got 6. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. Jokic lays it up and banks it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets. Gary Harris comes in for Will Barton. Lakers trail by 3. Now the pass to Brand. Harris outside. Back to Brand. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's the Wizard. Gallinari covering. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Elton Brand Clark, one of 10 players in NBA history to have at least 15,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 2,000 assists. I could go on and on and on.
You sure could. 16 years in the league and in his prime, an elite NBA big man. Quite versatile and played bigger than he was.
Houdini's checked in for the Cobra. Laverne, he's checked in for Denver. Arthur comes in for Gallinari. The finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
So it's Denver now. After the basket by the Lakers. Moutier, no good.
And Elton Brand, guys, a little under 6'10", but with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. He's much longer than his height might suggest.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, bounces high off the rim, and drops. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already. And guys, Elton Brand, still a very good post defender, can block shots, and he's still got that nice mid-range jump shot there. Just a good escape valve for their offense.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Scola comes in for Elton Brand. And it's Williams in for the Wizard. They get a hand on it. And it's Harris off the drive. Feeds to Arthur. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Harris.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Chandler with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Moutier. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And the Lakers making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
The Nuggets trail to the inside. Rejected by Harris. Houdini passes to Williams. Goes back up, and it's laid up and in by Harris. Harris has got his first basket of the night. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Lou Williams won the sixth-man award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer. And that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
Now here's Chandler looking for his first basket still in this one. Moutier dishes to Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
Los Angeles on D after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. Moutier throws it down. Clark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back and forth, back and forth.
Might be the song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, and try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here. In this quarter in terms of scoring. Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's Scola. 5 points in the game. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Scola. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the default. Here's Moutier. Sweet little floater. Moutier's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Williams attacking. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .102 left here in the first quarter. Here's Houdini, guarded by Harris. That's good. Houdini's got 5 now.
much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
And he gets the bucket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. It's going to be Barnes shooting. That one on Chandler. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. And he's a team player, I think, at the core. And everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
That's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Pass to Houdini. Trying to find Scola. He's got it now.